Hello, my friends. Welcome to the solemnity of our Blessed Mother, August 15th, for celebrating the victory of the Mother. The Church, as a loving and kind mother, looks out for the world, is feeling according to the world, is trying to understand and to console and to inspire humanity. In 1950, the Church declared the dogma, which is the fourth dogma of Mary, of the Assumption of Mary. She was assumed in body and soul into the glory of heaven. She didn't ascend it because that's what Jesus did with his own divine power. Now she receives the activity of God and she's assumed in body, soul, and spirit. Why? In 1854, let's go to the previous dogma, Mary is declared the Immaculate Conception, like her soul was pure and immaculate, without stain of the enemy. In a context where the philosophy and the mindset of Europe, of the main philosophers, were drawn into a very materialistic perspective, doubting about the existence of a soul, of an immortal soul. We had Darwinism, we had positivism, we had materialism, the Marxist materialism. And in that context, the Church says, we have an immortal soul. Look at Mary. Now in 1950s, just after the Second World War, Europe is under a lot of discouragement, sadness, despair. Main philosophers are the existentialists, but are nihilisms, which means that they're nihilists, which comes from nihilo, which means vacuum, emptiness. So the nothingness is what they are proposing, the philosophers of nothingness, of despair. And you have Nietzsche, Sartre, Camus. They are saying that we exist and we are heading towards nothingness. There's nothing else. There's nothing in the future. Everything is about this despair, this meaningless existence. What the Church does is different, is the opposite. The Church thinks like Christ, and he's saying that nothingness is at the beginning. It means we come from nothing, that we are a pure gift of God, and that in front of us in the future is a feast, is the glory of heaven. We have been invited gratuitously out of nothing into a huge overflowing party, the feast of life in the Trinity with all the saints and angels. In 1950, the Church is therefore answering to that distress of the world, saying, look forward. And in Mary, you can see the woman who is on the vanguard of humanity, the woman who is the advent of humanity, saying that she's like having a taste, a foretaste of the beautiful destination that we are going to share, overcoming death, overcoming emptiness, overcoming any sorrow, any judgment, any sin. We're going to share in the same thing that she is already sharing. Mary is always the woman who is on the vanguard of humanity, on the advent. Like she's experiencing all that we are going to experience. Like she was before Christ came into the world, preparing, like she's the preparation of humanity to receive the Word becoming flesh. And in Pentecost, you remember with the disciples, she's already like preparing the humanity to receive the Holy Spirit and become a church, the mystical body. And now in the Assumption, she's saying, I'm going beyond you to foretaste the glory that we are going to share together. She's always in the front. And now I'm going to jump to the second aspect of this conversation. She is leading an army, okay? She is the general of an army. And for that, she wants, first of all, us to be her children, and secondly, to be her little warriors. First of all, this powerful lady is leading an army of children. She wants us to understand that she's our mother. And we have to listen to Jesus from the cross, crying to each one of us, crying to your heart and to your mind, behold your mother. It's a command. It's a gift and a command simultaneously. Behold your mother. I'm giving her to you. But how can I behold my mother? How can I enjoy my mother? How can I experience the motherhood that you, Jesus, experienced from her if she's in heaven? If I cannot see her, I cannot see her face, I cannot see her smile, I cannot listen to her. Where is heaven is a good question. Well, heaven is here, is immediate, is closer to you than any other human being right now, earthly human being. Between heaven and earth, there's immediacy, there's no distance. That's very important. There's no distance. It seems like she's taken into some distant place, but she's closer than anything. She can know everything about you, everything in your future, and everything in your past. I mean, all that you have experienced. She can know why you are the way you are, why you react the way you're psychologically. She can understand your wounds, your history, your gifts, your vocation, your mission, your calling. She can feel perfect compassion for you. She has a perfect, tenderly heart. She loves you as she loved Jesus. She sees in you and me Jesus himself. Imagine that when you ask her something, she's delighted in giving you that gift, in loving you, because she feels she's loving Jesus in you. You remember Jesus saying, whatever you did to the most little ones of my brothers and sisters, you did it to me. Imagine Mary. Loving you is loving Jesus, and you're allowing her, giving her again the joy of loving her son in you, in her daughter and son. Let's contemplate first of all that the beauty, desire that she has to exercise her motherhood with you. And then let's go and understand that she wants not only you to stay in that childhood, but at the same time exercise that childhood in the militant aspect. She is leading an army. She's on fire. She's serious. She's determined. You cannot mess with her. She's on fire. You can see this in the Immaculate Heart of Mary, the fire. She's not lukewarm. She's not about yes or no. She's not about mediocrity. She's on fire. You can also see in her heart the sword that is piercing her heart. It's like the sword, it's like the cross. It has the shape of a cross. Like the banner of victory, the banner of her army, of her combat is saying this, the self-love till the extreme. You have to give yourself, the self-gift to the extreme. She's courageous. She's not indifferent. She's on fire. She's not indifferent. She's on fire. I like the expression, as an iron sharpens an iron, a friend sharpens a friend. We can also say, I was thinking, a mother sharpens a son, or a mother sharpens a daughter. In the same way, come to me, she says, and allow me to be in touch, to help you be in touch with the fire of the Holy Spirit, to consume you, to make you pure. If you see her feet, she's barefooted, and she's stepping and crushing on the most fierce animal in the jungle, the serpent. With bare foot means vulnerable and little and humble and gentle feet. She wants her army to be of little ones. If you see her apparitions, for example, in Guadalupe, in Mexico, she was calling Juan Dieguito, my little one, a little Native American, not an powerful, instructed guy or physically very strong. And when she goes and appears to the Fatima shepherds, 3 little kids, and to Bernadette in 1958, an ignorant, uninstructed, analphabet girl. So you see that as a permanent quality. She's saying, come and be in my army of the little ones. And I'm going to invite you with infinite reverence. I'm not going to force you. I have the privilege and the honor of being your mom. Will you accept the privilege of being part of the army of salvation? God bless you, my friends. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And pray for me because it's my ordination anniversary.